Welcome back to Let's Play.
Welcome back. We're having a great time.
Not only is it talk or punch smart, that's not how it goes.
Talk or punch smart.
I almost said punch smart or talk. That's still not how it goes. Talk smart or punch. It's also shift tiles or talk smart.
Yeah.
Else.
Okay, I have an idea.
You've been just like bumbling around.
I have an idea. You shift tiles, I will talk.
Drunkenly bumbling into walls.
This is going to be a Diego Plays Justin Talks episode.
Okay.
When I see a puzzle that I think is particularly interesting, arousing, whatever, and I will jump back in. But any finger qualms that you have...
Oh, beans. I beamed it up.
So you already have finger qualms.
Yeah.
Leave your finger qualms in comments. Which of Diego's fingers do you hit the most?
Is it my pinky? I knew it would be my pinky.
Well, but left or right?
That's for the stream to decide.
We'll actually cut off the least popular digit, so...
No! Okay, so I think you did have it right that one time, if only accidentally, where you had the little cross thing going on.
Because we only have the one is, so we gotta share the wealth. Gotta distribute the is.
Because then I have to push it. I have to actively push the key into the... Nope.
And you can't, because...
Oh, does it only read down? It might only read down. So I might have to get key up top and open down low. Yeah, now they're all...
Oh, yeah. So I had the right idea. I was just an idiot.
No. Because I was also leading you astray, because I was going for the light switch thing. No, I want door to not be shut. How do I say doors? There's an open over here! What? Man, this up key is busted.
What's up key?
Donate to our Patreon to fix the up key.
What's up key?
Nothing much. What's up key with you? Door is not open! Maybe doors push?
Yeah, because then we can just push the door out of the way. Anyway, the third kind of sort of electric category is sort of a bullshit one that poli-sci people use to get out of this question, which is calling them a Politico, which essentially means they do a little bit of both. Sometimes they're a delegate, sometimes they're a representative.
But, like, I feel like if you have... Like, neither is meant to be absolute. Absolute.
Yeah, because absolute versions of either of those are scary. Having automatons that just represent the will of every single person in New Hampshire is bad, but also having people that just blatantly override the will of the people in every case, also bad.
I feel like then that means that you would want... Like... If you just go for essentially the automaton, then you don't need representatives. That's just a direct democracy. I beamed it. Because if you just go for, what polling people, and as soon as it gets 51%, then that's a full-on direct democracy. And why
have the representative piece in the first place?
Yeah.
That is the argument that folks who want to be trustees make, is that you've entrusted me with this kind of a thing. But folks in the media often operate as if politicians have no other choice than to be just straight representatives, as if they cannot occasionally buck the will of the people. Except, of course, when the will of the people involves, like, going after banks after the 2008 financial collapse. There are a lot of issues. David Roberts at Vox has a really good column that I can dig up and put in the show notes about how there is pretty much a post-Johnson liberal consensus in large parts of America on a whole suite of issues. But if there is this polling wherein there's liberal consensus on a lot of stuff, but it doesn't feel that way, either the polling is bad, or we've designed a system such that public opinion that the minimum wage should be livable, or that people shouldn't die rationing insulin on GoFundMe, doesn't really matter. So either one of those options are bad. Either we don't have an emerging liberal consensus and our polling is bad, or a small dream rabbit has just died and I'm sad. Or we do have this emerging liberal consensus, and stuff like court packing on the right-wing side is preventing it from actually expressing itself in things that matter. They don't give you a lot to work with here.
Yeah, because if you make wall not stop, where's the flag? I know what we have to do. I figured it out. Actually, wait, can sentences read backwards?
Yeah, they all automatically read backwards and forwards, I thought.
Let me experiment with that and see if I can make stop is jelly. So if I can't, then my brain blast don't work.
What's your best name for a brain blast that doesn't work? Yeah.
You know?
Our new series of straw ASMRs.
Okay, so it can't read backwards. So what I was gonna try to do was then say flag is win is jelly. So if I'm touching a jelly, then I win.
I think that's... But, like, how do you move out of the box, though?
So if...
How do we think outside of the bun?
If I say wall is not stop, then I can push this outside like that.
But then you die.
Yeah, and that is a problem.
That's something we would not generally prefer. Can you make you into something else? So that it doesn't matter that the Baba, like, sprite dies?
Maybe? I don't know. Let's try it. But yeah, so the difference between these two feels very much like a...
I like how you're just completely discounting Politico, so that's not like a real kind of...
Well, it's saying anything that is not one of these two extremes. It's...
Yeah. It's not,
like most
it's not
things.
useful.
Because, like, even... So what I was about to say is this seems like a very... the terms feel like they work as useful in terms of either, like you're saying, sort of automaton versus essentially what feels a lot more reactionary, or at least has the capability of feeling more reactionary. What do I push with that? That's what I'm going to try. I'm just going to try just shoving everything against the wall.
While you shove, to sort of respond to your preamble, although I'm sure the actual amble is really good too. The other problem with not having people that are trustees that have to wait for public opinion on every issue in order to start doing their jobs is that the world moves a lot faster than that a lot of times.
Yeah.
So, like, insulin prices go up hundreds of percents overnight, or we learn about 80 new very terrible things that a sitting president does. And, like, at that point, even though we have much more instantaneous polling than we used to, like, sometimes you want people to act urgently, not in response to consensus, but to form consensus. And the right gets this, like, a lot. That it's not a damaging thing to use your platform to sort of form consensus and say, Seth Rich, 80,000 times into a mirror until it becomes like a mainstream media story. That's how, like, your Pizzagates happen. it's a fucked up consensus that they're creating, but it's a consensus.
Yeah.
Or the consensus that you can't let trans women use bathrooms because they'll do terrible things to your children.
Turn the frogs gay.
Yeah. I think most painful bigotry would sting less if it was all centered around, we can't do this because it would turn the frogs gay. Do you think Alex Jones is just against the end result of gay frogs, or against frogs that are not already gay being forced to change their sexual orientation? Because it just occurred to me it could be the second one, and I'm okay with that. Like, I don't want straight identifying frogs to be turned gay by the government, but I'm also not opposed to.
How do you hold that fluorine in the water turns frogs gay, as well as believing that homosexuality is a choice?
Does he, though?
I don't know.
I think that's... See, my theory on Alex Jones, and granted I've watched maybe a collective 10 minutes over the course of my life of Alexander Jones.
I can't say anyone will blame you.
But, that's probably too much. You should blame me. I should be blamed for that. But what seems interesting to me about him is, yes, his opinions are very, very, very bad, but he does not appear to have bad opinions about normal things that a lot of people have bad opinions about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're never going to see him just talk about, a 3% corporate tax rate. It's always really weird stuff that no one asked anyone to have an opinion about before that moment. Like, was Sandy Hook an inside job? Were they actors? Like, I want him to just have one normal bad opinion. One bad opinion on a thing someone was already talking about.
What do I do?
We could always just go to another level, prove our cowardice for now, and come back to this one. I do want to make this, entertaining for the streamers. And I think, at least when you fail at meat punks, it's you being hit into a wall.
All right.
Whereas this is a lot more chill and relaxing failure. And there's nothing worse than relaxing failure.
Fair's fair.
This is going to be like a Blue's Clues dynamic where they're all screaming at the screen. We got that big Steve energy right now.
Look at the little boy!
Oh, we're Keke. Wait, is this based off of
the delivery service?
No, also that. But Baba and Keke were, I think, anthropological ? Experiments to try to determine whether any element of language was universal. They would show a bunch of different cultures this rounded blob kind of shape and this pointy stick kind of shape, and ask them which of these two words, Baba or Keke, correlates most to these shapes. And it's some crazy high percentage that I forget, cross-culturally, thinks the pointy one is Keke and the blobby one is Baba.
Interesting.
So I wonder if that's where the protagonist names in this game come from.
We are the door.
Not the Doors. When all the other members of the Doors die, he's just gonna come out on stage going, "We are the door."
I need a... Oh, whoops, I have...
Can you open yourself?
So I'm...
What happens if you run into a key? Do you die?
No, I just ran into the key. Because I'm not shut. Oh! But I need to also be shut. Maybe? Possibly. Because, so I don't need to have... I need to make the flag win.
What happens if you say Keke is shut? I'm just abstract thinking.
I just did that. It didn't like that. Unless. So a door needs to be both shut and you. Yeah. And is you. So I need to arrange these in such a way that the door can be pushed into Keke and be is you. Okay, so that's just the way to.
Or are we playing Go Scream Hero again?
Okay. So door is shut and door is also you. So when I run into this, both will disappear. That is a mistake because now I'm nothing.
I hate it because this game is so relaxing and then you do something like existentially annihilating and it's just like I didn't even realize I was going to do that.
Shall we, you're trying to solve this next time on Let's Play?
Sure. Absolutely.